Hello, I'm Gavin Hoey and you're watching the Technique of the Month from Digital Photo Magazine. In this tutorial I'm going to show you how you can use our autumn template to add in some leaves and make a fantastic autumnal image. Now I've already got the template open on screen, and as you can see we've got room for 4 images, and I've been out and photographed some leaves from the garden. So let's open the first one on screen. Now, to make life so much easier, I actually placed the leaves against a white piece of paper. It doesn't have to be perfectly white, but it helps to make the selection if they are on a nice, clean white background. So, speaking of selections, let's make one right now. Let's get the magic wand tool and click anywhere on this white background, because what we want to do is to remove this leaf from its background. Now it's done a pretty good job straight off, but have a look up here. It's worth going in close to make sure your selection is pretty good, because we can see there's a gap here. So all I'm going to do is to hold the Shift key and click again inside the gap to fill it up. And it's done a pretty good job there, but again let's go in nice and close and we'll find there's a small bit there too. Right, okay, so that's made a selection of the white area, but we're not quite done with the selection. To really improve this, we're going to make a couple more steps. Now the first thing we're going to do is to go up to Select and choose Modify and Expand. Because if we left the selection as it is, you'd find you'd end up with a white edge around your leaf. But by expanding it just 2 pixels and clicking OK, that'll move the selection inside the edge of the leaf and remove any little light halos. Right, back to Select again. This time we'll choose Feather, and we're going to feather it by 1 single pixel. Now what the feathering does is to smooth off any hard, jagged edges. Now the last thing we need to do is to change the selection, because at the moment we've selected the white area, and what we really want to select is the leaf itself. So up to Select and choose Inverse. And you'll know you've got it right if you go to Edit and choose Cut, because when you cut it out, your leaf will disappear, but you'll get this little edge running around the edge of the selection where the leaf was, and that's a good indication you've made a very clean selection. Okay, we can close that image down. We don't need to save any of the changes, and we can go up to Edit and choose Paste, and that'll paste the leaf onto the template. But as you can see, it's way too big, much too large. So let's make it a bit smaller by going to Image, choosing Transform, and then Free Transform. It's worth checking up here on the options bar just to make sure you have Constrain Proportions ticked. That means when you drag in the corner handles and shrink your leaf, it doesn't squish it down and put it as a bit of a strange shape. It'll keep it all proportional. Like that. And as you can see, I'm rotating the leaf as well by moving the cursor just outside of the transform box and dragging it around. Okay, when you're happy, click the tick. Now that's looking pretty good. Let's just zoom in a little bit so we can have a closer look. It's fitting nicely onto the area of the template I want it to go on, but it kind of doesn't work in as much as the leaf and the background are a very similar colour. So what I'm going to do is change the blend mode. Now at the moment the blend mode for the layer we're working on, which is the one with the leaf, is normal. But if I change that to multiply, you see our leaf gets a little bit darker, and that makes it much clearer. Okay, so we've made our leaf stand out from the background, but let's just take the effect one step further. Now I'm going to apply an effect. Now you can see the effects up here just above the layers, but if you can't see them for any reason, go to Window and choose Effects. Now you'll find there are various effects. There are 4 along the top, basic types of effects, and we want the second one in, which is called Layer Styles. Now there's a whole bunch of layer styles, and we're looking for the ones called Drop Shadows. Now here we go, there are a couple of drop shadows as well, but we're looking for this one here called High. Double click that one and that'll apply the drop shadow. Now that may seem like it's quite involved, but you'll find this now stays on that setting, so when we come to do the next leaf, this bit becomes much quicker. Okay, so speaking of the next leaf, let's do it. Let's grab the second leaf along, and I'm going to apply exactly the same technique as we did with the first leaf, but I'm going to do it a little bit quicker just to save some time. So I'm going to get the magic wand tool, click on the white area, go to Select, Modify, and expand. Expand it by 2 pixels. Back to select, feather, feather it by 1 pixel. Back to select and inverse. And then we can come up to edit and choose cut. Great, close that down. Don't save the changes. Edit and paste. So there we are, leaf number 2 in place. Let's make it smaller using the free transform that we used before. And we'll shrink this down like so. And we'll pop this on this side again. We'll give it a bit of a twist like that. Very nice. And I think that's about the right size. We'll click the tick. Now, just as before, we get a brand new layer. Every time you paste, you always get a new layer. And I'm going to change the blend mode to multiply. And then I'm going to double click that drop shadow as before. There you go, that's 2 done. Right, number 3, let's bring that into the picture. And I'm really going to pick the pace up now, so let's go for the wide area with the magic wand, modify and expand it, and then back to select and feather it, and select and inverse. And then to make things even faster, rather than going to edit and choosing cut, I can just use the keyboard shortcut, which is listed there as Control and X. And then I can close that down, and I can use the keyboard shortcut for paste, which is Control and V. And the keyboard shortcut for free transform, which is called Control and T. T for transform. There we go. And we can shrink that in like that. Click the tick when you're done. And change the blend mode to multiply. And double click on the drop shadow. Right, 3 down, 1 to go. Last one. So just as before, click on the white area with the magic wand. Modify and expand it by 2 pixels. Feather it by 1 pixel. And inverse it so the leaf is selected. Control X. Close it down. Control V. Control T for free transform. And resize it down. And you can see that using the keyboard shortcuts combined with doing this a few times, you can quickly build up speed, so it really doesn't take too long to do. Okay, so there we are. That's our basic image completed. And it looks pretty good. I'm really pleased with that. I like the drop shadow effect. It definitely enhances the image. Now I'm going to do one more thing, which is purely optional, but I'm going to open another image that we've got on the cover disc, and it's the paper texture image. Now I'm going to select all, then edit and copy, and we'll close that down, and we'll come back to our template, and we'll paste that onto the template. Now as soon as I do, everything we've done disappears. But don't worry, it's simply made a brand new layer because we've pasted, and the layer is exactly the same size as the template. So it's just covered it all up. Now, to combine the texture of the paper with the image we've just created, I'm just going to change the blend mode, which is currently normal, and I'm going to change it to overlay. And there you go. So that's done the trick of combining the picture and the texture. And I think that adds a very nice sort of rough and autumnal look to things. Now, I've used images from my own garden. Have a go. Use your own leaves, or even put different pictures in there and see what wonderful creations you can come up with.